Hello Ganchos, how are ya? I initially intended to turn on my webcam for this and show you my face like I do from time to time, but I was trying to come up with an excuse, but I got no excuse. I just got lazy and I couldn't figure out how to do it. So instead, I'm gonna show you my other face. Say hi. Hi. Anyway, today we are doing something a little bit different. The stormlight in my veins just felt a little bit stale for the past couple days, you know, so I wanted to do something fun today. And that is to take the official Knights Radiant Order quiz again. Yes, we are going to make sure I am still a Truthwatcher. I mean, normally I'm guessing if you are part of an order, you are part of that order forever. But who knows? We're gonna see that today. We're doing a little bit of an experiment. But before that, I want to look at my results from the last time. I first took this quiz a year ago, and I remember I hadn't even started the series. I had no idea what was happening, but I just really wanted to do it because everybody was talking about it, and I didn't want to miss the hype, you know? I just went and did it, and I was so very confused, but it was still very fun. So let's take a look. Alright, so these are my results, well, with Truthwatcher as number 1, and a close second is Edge Dancer. I did not remember that. And here I was saying that I could never be an Edge Dancer in my Edge Dancer video. Third position is Windrunner. That's also surprising. You know, looking back now, I'm just like, how? Because I guess Truthwatcher and Edge Dancer kind of makes sense, but Windrunner? I'm no Kaladin. Look at me. Actually, you can't, but seriously. Bonesmith, I don't know what's that. Oh, it's actually 50-50 with Lightweaver too. I was actually expecting to get Lightweaver. I mean, after I read The Way of Kings, I was like, oh, I should have been a Lightweaver. You know, since I do art. But I'm no Shallan. I mean, I guess I am on some aspects, which is, But yes, there are a lot of these that I don't know simply because I didn't see them in the series yet. Bondsmith, Skybreaker, Elfcaller, Willshaper, Stoneward, and Dustbringer. Especially the 3 last ones, I have no idea what those are. But the purpose of today is figuring out if I'm still a Truthwatcher. Remember, I answered the questions of the quiz before reading the series, so I was completely blind to what the meaning behind the questions could be. I don't know if my knowledge now could help me in any way. I'm not trying to cheat, I'm just saying. Anyway, let's get into it. Oh, by the way, my neighbors have a favorite pastime, which is slamming doors. So if there's a random loud noise like BAM! Then it's probably them. I just apologize for any background sounds. Like, the place I live in is just not very YouTuber friendly, let's just say that. Alright, the official... yeah, there's a boom. The official Knights Radiant Order quiz. The fate of Roshar hangs in the balance, and once again, Radiant Spren seek to bond with humankind. The Knights Radiant must stand again! This is so funny. It's very funny because now I understand this sentence, but just imagine me taking this quiz and reading this and being like, what? Question number 1. Heart on sleeve or poker face? Already, I'm kinda torn because at some point in my life, I was really good at pretending. I was completely empty inside, okay? And I guess I looked just as empty on the outside. I was just really good at hiding any feelings, any emotion, because I just didn't want to show that to people. I didn't want to look vulnerable anymore because that's how I was before. So yes, I had a very good poker face. It used to annoy a lot of people, you know, they couldn't know what I was thinking. They couldn't get to me either, you know, they used to pick on me a lot and I would just stare at them blankly. Now I'm different. I would say I'm more heart on sleeve. My emotions are out of control most of the time and I don't try to hide them anymore. On the contrary, I try to express myself as much as I can because I found that it's much healthier than hiding and keeping everything inside. Although I guess it depends on the situation. I feel like this is gonna be my answer for all of these. It depends on the situation, but this is why we have a percentage here. I'd say I'm 80% heart on sleeve. I'm pretty honest with how I feel. I'm actually the complete opposite that I was just a few years ago, because now, no matter how much I try to hide something, my face will just betray me. So if I don't like you, you will know. Confident or needs reassurance? Oh, dude, needs reassurance. Let's not go too far with it. I'd say 80%. Again, there are situations where I can bring myself to be a little confident, but most of the time, I wouldn't say no to some reassurance. You know, I'm very insecure. I can be very insecure, and my self-esteem just a couple years ago was just non-existent. Like it was constantly plummeting. It was horrible. But now I'm working on this and I'm getting better, and this is why I'm only at 80%. You know, normally I would say, oh, 100% needs reassurance, but okay, let's go 70. All right, yeah, I will do that. We'll do that. I need reassurance most of the time, but I can be confident too. Sometimes. Only 30% of the time. Cautious or daring? Ooh, I would say cautious. A lot cautious. Daring. I don't think I am daring most of the time. I'm the planner kind. Whenever I have something to do, I absolutely need a detailed plan of how that will go, because otherwise I just feel overwhelmed and go crazy over it. So I make lists, I make a step-by-step thing where I'm like, okay, I need to go to this place to do this, talk to this person and stuff. It's a lot of work, but otherwise I just go insane. So, you know, I have to do this. But yeah, I'm cautious most of the time. Daring, sometimes I will go out of my way to do some crazy stuff, and when I say crazy, it's just basic stuff to most people. Something like going to somebody and tell them that I like their sweatshirt or just something stupid like that. That's daring to me. Alright? Normally I would never do it, but sometimes I will go crazy and do that, you know? That's very daring of me. Library or dojo? I'm laughing because this one's obvious. Come on. Put me in the library and I'm never getting out. Plus I have absolutely zero fighting experience or ability. Wolf pack or lone wolf? As an introvert, I can't possibly say wolf pack, right? I like being alone a lot of the time. I just feel comfortable that way, and I feel like it's a common thing among readers, but you know, it's not always true, but most readers I know describe themselves as introverts. But yeah, I would say I'm a lone wolf. I do crave some human contact sometimes. I'm not completely isolated, although I do have isolation phases, if that makes sense. But I do have friends. Why don't you believe me? Peacemaker or firebrand? Firebrand? What does that mean? Is that... I mean, I'm assuming it's the opposite of peacemaker, which is a notion that I understand better. I would say... Is it like confrontational? Firebrand, is that what it's supposed to be? In that case, I would say peacemaker. I don't like conflict. I don't like confrontation. I will run away from that. It's kind of hard to pick a percentage on these because I don't know. I don't know myself. What am I doing this? Why? I don't know why I put it at 80%. It's just because I don't know. I will never stir up some shit, you know? I will 100%, I'd say. Try to make peace. There might be exceptions, I don't know. Let's say 90%, because if I see somebody being a bully or a very bad person with another person that's innocent and doesn't deserve that, then I will be like, hey, what are you doing? That's not very nice. Is that firebrand enough? Just 10%. Let's give it 10%. Spiritual or skeptical? Oh no, this one. I used to be in a kind of 50-50 situation, but I would say I lean more into the skeptical side. More. Let's put it here. Yeah, that's good. I feel like that's good. I don't want to dwell too much on this. It's just that a lot of things happened in my life that led me to the skeptical side of things. But yeah, I guess there's a 15% of spirituality in me. Leader or facilitator? Again, what is facilitator? Hold on, let me Google this. Why am I doing this to myself? Facilitator. Meaning. Oh, oh my god, I misspelled that so bad. Meaning. A person or thing that makes an action or process easy or easier. Duh, but why is it against leader? I don't understand. Oh, do you mean like facilitator is more, is gonna be more I'm trying to make a sentence here. I'm sorry, give me a second. A facilitator is gonna work towards working with a group. That was still bad, I'm sorry. But yeah, okay, I'm just going to define this the way I want to, alright? We have leader, that's kind of like the chief, the person that's just gonna be like, hey, I want you to do this, so follow me. And then facilitator is gonna be kind of like a group work, right? This person is gonna try to include everybody and make it easier for everybody to work in cohesion, which I'm more like, I think. Yeah, I'm no leader. I'm no leader. I'm more like of a follower type. Again, it comes back to the part of me that doesn't like conflict. I also don't like to impose myself. Even when I work on group projects with other people and I just want to give my opinion on something or just give ideas and suggestions, I feel like I'm imposing on the others my opinion. After every sentence, I'm like, but hey, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to do it. I just get very scared when I talk to people. Don't judge me. So, what was I saying? Where was I going with that? Oh my god. There has been a huge disconnect right now in my brain. I don't know what I was trying to say anyway. Facilitator, let's just say that. I feel like I'm doing this quiz totally the wrong way. I just don't understand the questions. Guard dog or alley cat? There you go again. What does that mean? Guard dog, alley cat? Guard dog, I'm gonna see that as a protector, eventually able to attack the enemies if they show up. Alley cat is going to be sneaky and hiding and stuff, you know, kind of like a ninja. I'm a ninja lady.
Like a little ninja lady.
I'd say I'm more of an alley cat, just because I have this habit of trying to hide and be as invisible as possible. This is something I do all the time. When I go to class, for instance, I don't talk to anybody. I just come in late. I'm gonna be honest, I'm super late just because I don't want to get up in the morning, so I eventually force myself to get out of bed, and then I get to class with my huge cup of coffee and I'm like, hey, I'm here, this is coffee, I swear it's not vodka. But yeah, then I sit in the back of the room, so everybody's got their back to me, so nobody can see me, but I can see them, you see? And yeah, as soon as class is done, I walk very, very fast to come back to the dorm. That's it. And you know, with the mask, I love wearing masks. Just because I get to hide a huge chunk of my face. Nobody knows me, nobody knows what I look like. It's great. It's amazing. Okay. I don't know if I got this question right. Maybe it doesn't mean what I think it means at all, but let's just say I'm 80% an alley cat. Sometimes I'll turn into a guard dog to protect those I love, because you can insult me, you can hurt me all you want, but touch a single hair of a person I love and you die, okay? You die. Or maybe I'm a guard dog after all. I don't know anymore. Maybe I should bring it back to 50-50. You know what? Let's bring this to 70. Dude, I'm getting nervous because I feel like I'm not gonna get Truthwatcher again. This is a mess. I don't know what I'm doing. Compassionate or dispassionate? Oh, dude, compassionate. 100. Wait, no, that's not true actually. Let me bring this down to 80% and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm compassionate, like crazily compassionate, okay? If you cry, I will cry. If you feel any kind of feeling, I will feel it for you, okay? We share the feelings, we share the emotions, we share the burdens. I sound like I'm exaggerating, I guess, but it's actually true. Even my therapist said it. She used these exact words. She said, oh, what happened here is that you absorb this other person's trauma as if you experienced the trauma itself. You are feeling all the consequences of that experience even though you didn't actually go through it. Which I'm like, wow. Empathy, but make it level 100? I can be dispassionate when I know that a person is bad. When I know that somebody just goes around and hurts other people and then something bad happens to them, I don't really care. It might sound harsh, but I've had people like this in my life that just did the worst things that were legit abusers. And then the tables have turned, I guess, and they started getting some shit from life, and I'm like, serves you well. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. So yeah, that's the 20% dispassionate and the 80% for my ability to absorb trauma, I guess. I wish it at least completely took away the trauma from the other person, you know? I would feel a little bit better thinking that I would rid them from that. But instead, we just feel feel it both. So it just gives me nightmares as if I didn't have enough of them before that. Anyway, let's go. Let's keep going. Heart or head? After my rambling just now, I guess I would lean more towards heart. I've been bamboozled. I think this word is very funny. But yes, I've been bamboozled. I can't find another word. People just messed with my emotions. They knew they could get me that way. They took advantage of that. So I'd say it's one of my weaknesses, but also I like that about myself. You know, it's one of the few things I like about myself, that I have a heart. You know, I'd much rather have a heart and be bamboozled from time to time rather than just be a cold-hearted person. Yeah, I've known too many people like that. I don't want to be like that. I just realized I'm being very personal right now. I'm hoping you guys don't mind. I want to answer these questions honestly, and I feel like I need to justify each and every one of my choices. So if you get uncomfortable, just leave. I won't get mad. Felt flamboyant. How do you say that? Flamboyant? Is that it? The way I went to read it, like, I was so confident, and then I realized midway that I just didn't know how to say it. Flamboyant. Hold on, let me check it out. Flamboyant pronunciation, please.
Flamboyant. Flamboyant.
Flamboyant! See? It's exactly how I said it. This reminds me of the day I discovered for the first time how to read the word buoyancy. I definitely read that as buoyancy. I am not kidding. And when I discovered it was buoyancy, my mind was blown. Buoyancy made more sense to me, I swear. Alright, flamboyant or reserved? I am reserved, my dude. I'm a pretty shy person overall. I don't know if you can tell through my videos, but I am. I guess it's all part of me trying to be invisible and stuff, but that also has something to do with my anxiety, but let's not get into that. Flamboyant? I don't know if I'm ever flamboyant. I know that sometimes I like dressing up and trying to be pretty, and I don't know if that has anything to do with the question. I don't. I'd say I'm mostly reserved, right? Yeah, okay. Letter of the law or spirit of the law? What? What? What is this? I don't know. I don't know what you mean. Or is it like letter of the law, like actually trying to, how do you say that? Like applying the law as it is written, like textbook law, as opposed to spirit of the law being just making the law based on a moral compass and not written laws. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm not making sense. I'm just really struggling to make coherent sentences. You know what? I'm gonna skip this one and be back to it later. Free-spirited or disciplined? I don't know why I'm laughing, I'm sorry. I'm trying to think. I would have said disciplined because I do follow rules, but only when they make sense to me. Let me try to explain. I've always had a problem with authority, okay? My problem is when these people use their authority as a reason to abuse their power. They tell you to do stuff not because there's a reason that actually makes sense, but just because they want to have control over you. I've seen this happen so much around me that I just hate it. People telling me what to do. So this is why I say I have a problem with authority. But when there are rules and I acknowledge them and I understand why they exist, I have no problem with those. But when somebody just stands there and be like, hey, I don't know, wear these clothes, not these clothes, or speak this way, not this way, do this, do that, and I'm like, shut up. I want to do what I want to do. So I would say I'm 70% free-spirited. Yes. I'm getting very ranty today. I'm also spewing a lot of words, and I'm hoping they are making sense to you guys. Obedient or rebellious? This goes back to the question before that, I guess, right? Yeah. I'd say I'm pretty rebellious. I just had a flashback of me in high school. You know, I was in a somewhat emo phase, but like in my heart, in my soul. In my appearance, I just had this black leather jacket that I loved and that I would wear every day, everywhere. But in general, I guess I'm rebellious in my ideas, especially when I think of my culture and the traditions I grew up with. When I look at the person that I am and the person that I was quote unquote meant to be, yeah, I'm pretty much rebellious. I'm not what they wanted me to be. Oh, okay, this makes sense. We have 70% free-spirited and 70% rebellious, which I think is a lot because in general, I'm pretty chill. I'm just laughing at myself now. Let me just bring this down a little, okay? 60 to 40% sounds pretty good to me. Oh, what was that? Creative or conventional? I try to see outside the box. Is that the phrase? I'd say I'm pretty creative. It would be bad if I wasn't creative because, you know, I like to brand myself as an artist. Yeah, let's say I'm 70% creative. I don't know. Listen, these questions are hard. Dependable or flexible? Okay, what do you mean? I'm gonna need a short description for all of these words. Dependable or flexible? Let me actually check the definitions of these words because I feel like I understand what they mean, but also not exactly enough. Dependable meaning trustworthy and reliable. Ah, is that what it means? Oh, that's not what I thought it meant. Okay, flexible? Flexible. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Capable of being flexed. What? Oh, yeah, this is number 3 is what I thought flexible meant. But how does it oppose dependable then? I don't really get it. Am I trustworthy? I guess I am. If you tell me your secrets, I won't be spilling the tea to everybody. But then... Am I flexible too? Wait, maybe I'm completely wrong on the definition of flexible here. Yielding to influence? Oh, that would make more sense. Dependable person wouldn't be influenced by other people and so you can trust them. Why is English so hard? I'd say I'm dependable. I like to think I'm trustworthy, okay? I don't like betrayal. It's one of the worst things. I can be swayed sometimes on certain topics, I guess. Like when I said I wouldn't read Dune anymore and then people in the comments were like, oh, please finish the first trilogy at least, and I was like, okay, it was very easy. Whatever, let's just say 75% dependable. It's gonna be funny to see you guys' reactions because I probably completely misunderstood a lot of these. Down to earth or head in the clouds? Oh, I'm such a head in the clouds kind of person. I'm always daydreaming. Thinks, oh, that's the phrase I was looking for. Think outside the box, yes. Or colors inside the lines. Ah, this is hard because again, it depends on the situation. But I try to think outside the box, right? I color inside the lines, but I color inside my lines, if that makes sense. I make the lines and then I color inside. Tense or relaxed? Yeah, this one isn't too hard actually because I'm a stress ball, okay? I have so much anxiety in myself. I'd say it's quite impressive for such a tiny body, but yeah, it's possible. I easily get tense, especially when I see or read or hear something that's very triggering to me. All the alarms in my brain just go off and I get anxious and sometimes it gets really bad. Not fun. I laugh at my pain. Don't mind me. Decisive or indecisive? I'm indecisive as fuck. I hate this about myself. But at least when I do make a decision, it's definitive. It's over. There's no turning back. It's too late now. Likes change or likes stability? I'm a routine kind of person. I like stability because it makes me feel safe. A lot of changes at once make me feel overwhelmed. I need to have my little bubble, my safe space where everything goes exactly as I expect them. Not exactly, but you know what I mean. Planner or spontaneous? Planner. I said this already. Spontaneous? Yeah, sometimes I will change my route when I go to the drugstore, I guess, to go buy a baguette. But most of the time, yes, I do plan in detail what I need to do in a day. Because anything unexpected makes me stress, and stress is not good. And justifies the means or honorable actions. Let me think about this. I'd say I'm more towards honorable actions. Why? Because I will think about the action and I will think about how it will affect me, but mostly how it will possibly affect other people. When I have a goal, I will do anything to work towards it, but if it involves hurting other people, for example, I won't do it. Playful or serious? I'm playful. I'm very silly. I'm so silly. To the point where people generally think I'm stupid. I guess it's the downside of it, but honestly I don't really care because I've spent my whole childhood being told that I was too mature for my age. Now as an adult I just want to have fun. I know how to be serious. You know, when the situation calls for it, I will be serious. I don't care if I get called childish. Tells the truth or bends the truth. Ooh, this is interesting. You know, you can't be 100% honest in all situations. You can't. Sometimes you are forced to bend the truth or just straight up lie. I don't like lying. If I feel like I can't be totally honest, I will bend the truth. That happens, but I like to tell the truth mostly. I like honesty. I do. So yes, I tell the truth most of the time. Likes to take things apart. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh, this is a bit philosophical, isn't it? I'd say I'm more don't fix it. Why go look for problems where there are none? If everything's fine, then I will leave it as is. You know, not everything needs to be fixed. Sometimes things just are. They're not necessarily broken, so there's no need to go to force it to be fixed when they're not broken. Does that make sense? Yeah? Yeah, I try. Hotel or camping? I've never been camping. I've never done camping in my life. Have I been to a hotel actually? I think I've been to a motel once. That's it. Everywhere I traveled, I had family waiting for me, which I feel very lucky about. I didn't have to stay in hotels, but that also means I don't travel much outside of my country. And camping, I've never had the occasion to try it. I can't choose between two things I've never done. You know, I'd say camping sounds really cool, but I think I would be afraid. I would be afraid because at least in a hotel there's this sense of safety. You're in a room, you can lock the room, but camping you're just in a tent in the wilderness and anything can come and get you. I've read a lot of creepypastas, okay, they involve camping and I'm just a very scared person in general. I'd say hotel, but I'm not against trying camping at least once in my life, you know, just to see what it's like. I'm sure it's very fun, but yeah, nighttime in a tent in the middle of nowhere possibly, it's not very reassuring. Fencing or boxing? Oh, I'm not the punchy type. You know, I feel like I'd be leaning more towards fencing. Completely, actually, yes. I think fencing is very cool. I've never tried it. I know I played around as a kid. I would just grab a stick, you know, even though it could be fire. I would just wave it around and act like I'm a knight or something. Boxing? I don't really like boxing. Artistic or scientific? I had to chill when I read the word scientific because I used to be very much scientific. But there were twists and turns in my life that made me actually loathe science. I swear to God, whenever I hear the word DNA, I get triggered. That's how traumatizing biology college was for me. I wish I was exaggerating, but I just had the worst time over there. It was a terrible place to be with, terrible people to be with. It was a nightmare. So to escape that hell, I leaned towards more my artistic side. So I'd say I'm 90% artistic. And there's this tiny bit of scientific piece in my soul that's surviving, I guess. I'm not completely uninterested in science. I still believe in science. I just don't study it anymore. And I'm not as invested in it as I was a few years ago. Book smart or street smart? I'm laughing because street smart? I'm not street smart. I get lost so easily for starters. Dude, I could take the same road every day for a whole freaking decade and I will still get lost. It's my superpower, I guess. Direction is not the whole notion of street smart, but that's a big piece of it, I think. Yeah, no, I'd say I'm more book smart. Although, am I academically smart? I don't think so. Am I smart at all? I don't know. I'm genuinely wondering now. I feel like I'm neither. Book smart. I know, for instance, when it comes to college and academics, I'm just like, me no like this. Let's just keep it this way. Yeah, street smart, I feel like I can manage to some extent. I'm not a completely lost cause. Let's keep it this way. Paladin or rogue? Paladin or rogue? I feel like I need to look up these notions because again, sometimes I think I know what a word means, but then I realize I don't. This is the story of my life. Oh, Why did I have a French definition for this one? Chevalier généreux et vaillant. Okay, so it's a knight, a generous and brave knight, okay? And rogue, I should be knowing what a rogue is because I play a rogue in Pathfinder. She's chaos, I love her. We're back with a French. Why is this happening? Okay, rogue means arrogant. Really? It's somebody that apparently acts like they're superior. They are very despicable and arrogant. This is the definition I'm getting here. Am I that kind of person? I used to be. Honestly, like again, my high school self was not the best person. I just had the worst time in middle school. So in high school, I decided to not be vulnerable anymore. And that included me completely isolating myself, building walls and walls around me, not letting anybody in. And that also made me incredibly distant, incredibly cold. It was my way to protect myself. It was not the best of ways. So yes, at some point in my life, I guess I was a rogue. I was not arrogant, I didn't feel superior, quite the contrary, I felt like shit. But am I a paladin? I'm no knight. I guess I was in my head as a child. Let's keep it 50-50. Wait, okay, let's give a little more to paladin here. I'm not arrogant, am I? Maybe I'm overthinking all of these, you know? I don't see myself as a paladin, you know? But I like to think of myself as a paladin. Yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Yeah. Competitive or casual? I'm not competitive. I really don't care about competition. I'm gonna give 10% to competitive. I don't care that much. I'm 90% casual. Transparency, need to know. What? Oh no. This reminds me, I did skip one, right? Because I didn't get it. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go back to the one I didn't understand. Where is it? I forgot what it was. Here. I'm gonna ask my Cosmere informant. Give me a second. Hey, I know you're busy, but I'm doing the Night Radiant. I always mess this up. Why? Anyway, I'm doing that quiz and there's a couple questions I really don't understand. So the first one is letter of the law versus spirit of the law, and the other one is transparency versus need to know. What do these mean? What is... I don't understand. Please help. Ooh guys, we got an answer. Let's look at it. Okay, so I come back with some knowledge. And armed with that knowledge, I say I will leave this one at 50-50. Because this is a really hard one. I really don't know which one I would lean more towards to. Also, it looks like I was kind of right in my interpretation of these notions. I'm pretty sure I was really bad at explaining that. I'm gonna leave it this way. All of this for this, yes. Alright, scroll. Oh, also I see that my answers are pretty divided. I really thought that I would stay in the middle most of the time, but no. Scroll. Alright, transparency versus need to know. Okay, yes, so from what I gather, transparency is telling all the information. You don't hide anything. I already got that. It's more the need to know part that I didn't understand. But need to know is basically the opposite. You just say the information that the people you're talking to need to know. Just the information that they need to know in a specific context. Again, I don't like hiding stuff from others. But sometimes it's necessary. I'm going insane with this quiz. Who did this? Who made this? I'm leaning more towards transparency. You know, I wouldn't appreciate being lied to. I can't think anymore. Let's just say the words. I don't know what my words are. Also, I'm nervous. What if it says I'm not a truth watcher? Shouldn't be this nervous. What is going on? Okay, say the words. Oh no, there's more suspense. Oh my god, I'm a truth watcher still! Yay! I've always been a truth watcher, always will be. Okay, speak again no, I cannot speak. Speak again the ancient oaths. Life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination. Yes, I will seek truth. See, I've been telling you, I'm on the side of the truth. I will read this description and hopefully will make more sense to me than the first time. You are a truth watcher, which gives you access to the surges of progression and regrowth and illumination. That sounds fancy. Progression and regrowth allows you to heal organisms and alter their growth. Illumination allows you to create illusions. That's very cool. Like, I knew I was a Truthwatcher, but I didn't know anything about my own order. The Truthwatchers are seen as reserved and quiet, mostly known as the most scholarly order of Knights Radiant. I'm not. They tend to attract scientists primarily, but also scholars or thinkers of all types. This extends to some who might not normally be known as scholarly, but instead as someone reserved, often consumed by their own thoughts. That part is true. In general, they tend to be reserved. How many times are you gonna say this? Particularly in person, though a small minority of Truthwatchers are greatly concerned with the actions of the powerful and might be likened to investigate reporters. Yes, okay. These make their opinions known loudly and forcefully, particularly if they think someone in power is abusing that power or lying about fundamental truths. I've been describing all these things. This is why I have a problem with authority, and also I hate lying. Note that, like all Knights Radiant, there is great disagreement within the order about what is the truth. I mean, yes, everybody has their own definition of truth, I guess. However, Truthwatchers tend to approach these discussions with enthusiasm, even if they generally prefer to write their opinions rather than speak them. Interesting. I like debates, but also I do write my opinions down to share them in videos with you afterward. Among the Knights Radiant, the Truthwatchers tend to be those who hold the knowledge and secrets of surge binding. I'm still not sure I understand this term, but whatever. And are the ones to discover many of the newer advances in things like fabrial technology. I relate to this strongly. Except Truthwatchers sound like super smart, and I don't see myself as super smart. I grew super attached to my order despite not knowing anything about it. Remember, I did this quiz first before reading the books. Let's look at the percentages. Ooh, okay, hold on. First, Truthwatcher, I think the percent. Oh my god, why am I struggling so much with this word? The percentage lowered a little bit, just slightly. I was at 78% Truthwatcher, now I'm at 76, which, you know, is very close. So Edge Dancer, I was 73, and now I'm 67, which is very close as well. But the thing that surprised me was the Lightweaver order that just jumped from, what, the 5th position to the 3rd one? From 50 to 62%. Man, I wish I knew what I answered the first time. What made such a big difference? Windrunner went down from 64 to 58. Bondsmith just dropped from 50% to 39%. I don't want to spoil myself too much on these. I want to discover these orders through characters in the books. You know, this is what happened with Truthwatcher, Edge Dancer, Windrunner, and Lightweaver. This is why I don't know much about the other orders for now. I'm curious to see what Bondsmith is, because it used to be my 4th one, and now it's, wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's quite the drop. The others shuffled as well. Dustbringer still last, Stoneward didn't move, Skybreaker, Bondsmith, L Scholar, and Wellshaper. They got jumbled. This is super interesting. Edit answers, retake quiz. What do you mean edit answers? Okay, but this was fun. I'm very happy to still be a Truthwatcher. I don't know why. Okay. I don't know why I'm feeling such happiness right now, but I am. I guess I have a little bit of lift in me. That's fun because I really like her. Well, I don't know what this quiz tells about me. I mean, I just read the whole Truthwatcher description, so I guess I know, but I don't know. Tell me what you see in Truthwatchers. You know, if you're not a Truthwatcher, tell me how you see us. And if you are a Truthwatcher, tell me how much you relate to this description. I'm curious to know. And also share your results with me if you'd like to. I might retake this quiz next year. Let's make this a habit, actually. I'm just gonna do this quiz once every year, okay? Hopefully I don't forget. We'll see how long I manage to stay a Truthwatcher. Because I feel like, I mean, not so long ago I was still a teenager and I was still growing up, so that justifies the fact that I changed so much as a person lately. But I'm curious to see if my results will change much in the next years. And also this time I will have a trace of my answers and I will be able to compare. So yeah, that's very exciting. If you missed it, I will be reading Oathbringer before the end of this year, just like I promised you. The review itself might take more time because that's a big book and the end of the year approaches, which means my exams approach as well, and I will need to be studying and I will be busy with holidays as well. You know, I feel like it's gonna be a lot. So I will be reading the book. I will keep you updated. Anyway, I've been talking a lot. This took way too much time. I thought it was going to be a 30-minute recording, but turns out I was rambling the whole time. I hope it wasn't too much for you guys. I don't know how long this video will be. We'll see how I'm gonna shut up. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, please consider subscribing. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. I guess that's it for today. I don't know why I can't bring myself to just shut up like I said I would. Have a nice day or night. Take care of yourselves. Take care of the stormlight that's running through your veins. Don't do like me. Don't let it turn stale, okay? And with that, stay radiant, Gonchos. Especially you, my fellow Truth Watchers. Love you guys.
Let's gather around the campfire and sing our campfire song. Let's C-A-M-P-F-I-R-E-S-O-N-G song. And if you don't think that you can sing it the faster, then you're wrong. But it would help if you just sing along. Bam.